As long as I can remember, I was in a small aircraft. My father had owned several aircrafts when I was young. I soloed here in Washington, D.C. at the age of 17.
My aviation background, my dad's side of the family back in Russia, they were military pilots. My dad always dreamed to be a pilot, and they sprung this idea for me to become a pilot. Whenever I graduated high school, I didn't know what to do. Maybe aviation's in my blood because my dad's side, they all love it.
I spent the last 9 years as a deputy sheriff in Florida. During my time there, I always had this itch that I wanted to fly, and I didn't think it was financially possible, and it was kind of a big career jump and change. It was a risk, and so I took that risk and found ATP, which suited me perfectly.
I first knew I wanted to be a pilot when I was a young boy. I was excited by flying on passenger jets, and my dad was in the Air Force, and so I grew up around jets and just fell in love with the idea of being a pilot.
I chose ATP is because I went to a couple of colleges, I went to a couple other flight schools, and ATP guaranteed me to finish really fast.
I would recommend ATP for anyone who wants to learn in the quickest and most efficient way possible. My training for ATP was about 6 to 8 months. I graduated with my CFI, my CFII, and my MEI, and about 200 hours PIC.
I chose ATP because it was a fast-oriented career path program that got me through in a fast timeline while also getting all the ratings and then some that I needed. It also offered me an opportunity for tuition reimbursement, which would help with my financial status or make a more comfortable living while instructing and also while at the airlines. Going through zero time, through training at ATP, everything was very streamlined. It's very task-oriented. You know what you're going to do day in and day out. Once you become an instructor, you use that same timeline and you take that, what you learn through your time in the structure that ATP provides, and apply that to your students as well. I was the first tuition reimbursement through CommutAir and ATP that was able to help me get from instructing to CommutAir as a pilot, and that helped my financial stats because they helped pay my loans when I got to CommutAir.
I already had quite a few hours, so I really didn't need the career path that ATP puts out for you of going to become a flight instructor and teaching for them to reach your 1,500 hours. So I immediately went out and started putting my resume together. We had several airlines come through ATP trying to recruit and promote. CommutAir at the end of the day had what I was looking for. It was a smaller company. They were on the rise. A lot of it has to do with quality of life at the end of the day. And I'm getting the quality of life that I want right now at CommutAir.
I like working for CommutAir because they are a growing company. They match me personally, and I am also have the ability to go through the career path program with United.
The top 3 reasons that I chose CommutAir was for growth potential, my family life, and career progression for a better career after CommutAir.
I think this is a very good place to start your aviation career in the airlines. I think if you've got the will and the drive and the motivation to get it done, you're surrounded with a really, really good group of guys and gals that are there to do the same and have similar aspirations.
It's something that I love. I've never had to work a day in my life now. I just show up, I have a great time. That's why I love what I do.